السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله الأمين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Welcome back to a new Tajweed course of Batch 6. Alhamdulillah, I hope all of you are doing well. Today we'll be starting the Batch 6. That is a free Tajweed course which I had been taking on since few months. So this batch will be in English language. Okay. See, I used to take Malayalam language classes, but there is a need for English course for some of the sisters. That is why we are starting a batch in English. So before we go to the lessons, this is a 7-day course. 7-day course means I'll be teaching the basic Tajweed rules within 1.5 to 2 hours. 1 to 2 hours we'll be taking the classes. Because basic Tajweed course requires some of the information which you need to learn. So please be aware that this is not an actual advanced Tajweed course. This is a basic Tajweed course. If you learn this, you will be able to read the Quran properly. Okay, you will be able to read the Quran properly. So I hope you all are doing good. Let's start the classes. Before that, I'll introduce myself. This is one of my books which I had prepared long back. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Dr. Fatima Ghalib. I'm a professional dentist, but I'm also teaching the Tajweed rules. I have been certified as a teacher for teaching the Qaida Nuraniya and also the advanced Tajweed rules, inshallah. I would like to share one of my experiences which led me to teach this course actually, or otherwise teach the Quran. During the days of my studies of dentistry in Mangalore, I was just like any other ordinary Muslim who used to pray 5 times and read the Quran, but never did anything beyond that. I never cared about what my other responsibilities as a Muslim towards Allah and towards the nation were. After being married and having my second child, I was feeling burdened due to my duties towards my children as a parent and felt exhausted in the matters of the worldly life. Even the thoughts of not being able to work as a dentist during those days made me depressed. I'm just sharing one of my experiences. I really wanted a change in my life. That's how I found interest in learning the Quran. In the beginning, I joined a small online Quran memorization group. The group had few sisters. My teacher over there used to appreciate me for my recitation, which made me more closer to the love of the science of Tajweed. Basically, I found interest in learning the courses of Tajweed. When I listened to the other recitations, even though with my least basic knowledge, I knew there needs to be some improvements in the members of the study group. This had influenced me a lot. I started searching for lots of online Tajweed classes and I started my own group for teaching Tajweed with my few circle of friends. I needed someone to guide me well. That's how my sister helped me through the best teacher, Ustada Zahra Ahmed, who is a Hafiza. May Allah bless her with Jannatul Firdaus. I was studying as well as teaching others together. I was in more thirst for knowledge. So this kept me inspired and motivated to carry on the wonderful task. I realized that Allah had chosen me for this purpose. My path was clear. Even though I had many obstacles in between, I never quit. When I gave birth to my third child, even during postpartum days, I was preparing my classes. I had promised myself no matter what happens, as long as Allah's help is there, I will carry out this task and help others to recite the holy book of Allah. Without His help and blessings, nothing would have been possible. So, this is why I have my inspiration is from home itself. I wanted to teach everyone the Quran. Alhamdulillah, I'm continuing. Yes, I know I'm a little busy nowadays, but still I'll try my best to convey the message, inshallah. So, what are we going to learn in this course, the 7-day course? There are two parts. Part 1, basic Qaida lessons, and part 2 are the Tajweed lessons. So, I'll be teaching both together. And these classes will extend about 2 hours. 2 hours, okay. So those who want a certificate, they'll have to learn the whole thing. They'll have to learn everything in this book, and you'll be have an exam, and there's a small fee for the certification. Okay. For this exam, those who want to attend this exam, they'll be having the exam in English. Okay. Next month, inshallah, if possible, we'll do the course in Malayalam. So each month, the courses are in different language. That means basically Malayalam and English. Okay, no other languages will be taught. So this part one, first today we'll start with the Huruful Hijaiyya. These are the basic Qaida lessons. We all know that the base of reading the Quran are the letters. So whenever you are starting to learn the Quran, each and every person should know how to pronounce each letter properly, isn't it? Without you learning the letters, without you knowing the correct place where the letter is coming from, you cannot pronounce letter properly. So first, basically, when a small child, you all know that when a 3 or 4 year old child grows up, the mother or the parent will teach Fatiha, Surah Fatiha. How is the child learning? Is it through reading? No. The child is learning when the mother is reciting and teaching him, isn't it? That is how the same way we all teach our kids Fatiha. They are not starting to learn the letters properly. They listen and learn. So the part one basic Qaida lessons, these are a type of practical course. Okay, the whole thing is practical, but I'm saying the sisters who want to write an exam and get a certification, they will have a theory exam. Okay, so but actually this is a pure kind of practical course. So first, the basic part is the Arabic letters. Once you get the Arabic letters properly, Alhamdulillah, you will be covering about 70% of the Tajweed rules. Like, for example, the whole Quran comprises of letters. If the letters are wrong, then how are you going to read the Quran properly? Just imagine. If the letters are wrong and there are a lot of mistakes in your letters, half of the Quran which you're reading will be entirely full of mistakes, isn't it? So you have to concentrate more on correcting your letters properly. Those who have an exam, those who are interested to write an exam, they will have a theory exam as well as a practical exam, and they will have to recite all the letters, and they will have also recitation from the Quran. Then only we can provide a certificate. Okay, so listen, the letters are the most important thing for a person to start reading the Quran. The first class which we are going to learn is about the Huruf al-Hijaiyya. There are 28 letters in Arabic language. We all know there are 28 letters. Actually, Arabic is divided into two types. Like each language is divided into two types, isn't it? Spoken Arabic as well as written Arabic. So spoken Arabic and written Arabic, some of the scholars say that there are 28 letters and there are 29 letters. Anyway, basically, we all know that every Arabic language, that is, everyone always approved that there are 28 letters in Arabic. These letters are arranged according to the shapes. If you see in any book, in the beginning, all the letters are arranged according to their shapes. The Arabic letters are very important for the recitation of the Quran. This is the base of starting to recite the Quran. Hence, one must know the proper pronunciation of the letters well. We must be careful not to make mistakes while reciting the letters. This is all we have to know. So this class basically is about all the Arabic letters. Let me share another screen with you, if possible. So I'm going to share another book together so that your letters and everything will be clear. So this book is also called Qaidat al-Nuraniya, which was founded by Sheikh Noor Muhammad Haqqani. I don't want to go into the further details. We'll start the class directly. So this class, we'll start with the Arabic letters. Okay. So actually this book is a separate course which we need to learn when we are trying to teach the Quran for others. Okay. You can learn the whole course as a teacher, or otherwise you can also learn the basic lessons and teach your kids. Teach your kids. So I'll try my best to cover up the whole lesson today, but the letters might take some time to explain. Once the class is over, I'll be sharing some of the videos of a scholar named um, okay, I'll say the name later on and then I'll share the videos of him. Okay, the difficult letters will be shared through a video in your WhatsApp group. Okay, I hope you are clear. Now I'll just give a look. You just have a look of all the lessons. I hope you're watching it. And then you can start to see that there are three lines written, isn't it? So it is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The green color part shows the letters, the lessons number, and the red color part shows the letters which are explained and the topic. The topic is Huruful Hija'il Mufrada. So this is not very important during the basic course of Tajweed. I'm just telling or explaining what are these. Okay. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, we all know. Whatever we say, whatever we do in our life, whatever actions, amal, what we are doing, we should start with the name of Allah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. الدرس الأول الدرس الأول listen الدرس الأول حروف الهجاء المفردة. This lesson we are speaking about the single alphabetical letters. If you see in this book, they have arranged the letters according to a shape, isn't it? Listen, the alif is like a straight line. The ba, ta, sa are like a tiny boat, but there are different dots present. So we'll be learning how to pronounce the letters now. Okay? We are not going to learn from where the letter is coming. The first basic course is about a practical tajweed, isn't it? So we just have to learn. I'll be writing the letters on the side of the screen in English so that you'll be able to pronounce little bit. Okay, so listen. And whatever is written in the side, see, these are the names of each letters. These are the names of each letters. Okay, and what is written in the middle of the page, middle of each box, these are the shapes of the letters. Okay, I hope it's clear. This is the shape of the letter and this is the name of the letter. Okay, similarly, like in any book, in any notebook, we are sticking a label, right? In the label, we are writing our name. Then only we know it's an English book or whosoever book is it, like Fatima's, Aisha's. Okay, so listen to the letters properly. I'll be writing the letters in English over here. You just have to read properly. Okay, because these are the basic lessons. Basic lessons will be covered within within 2 or 3 days, and rest of the lessons will be covered together. Okay, so here we are going to learn the first letter is a straight line, and the letter is called Alif. Alif. The letter is called Alif. Alif is basically a straight line like this. Alif. Alif. Don't say Alif or Alaf. Some of the students which I have been teaching, some of the kids, okay, small kids will be learning Alif, Alif like that because they don't know the correct pronunciation. The letter is Alif. A, Li, Fa with a sukoon. Alif. Hope it's clear. The second letter is a Ba. The Ba is written in English like B-double-A. You can see an alif coming over here. See? There is an alif, mad, like ba, and together there is an alif. So that means you have to pronounce the letter for 2 seconds. That is, you have to drag or stretch the alif for 2 seconds. Ba, alif, ba. Don't say ba, ta, sa, ja. No. The letter is ba. This is how we teach the Nurani Qaida to the kids. So the first letter is Alif, second letter is Ba. It is a small boat with a dot below. Okay. And the next letter is the. The. The pronunciation is THA. That's what I said. Some of the letters I'll be telling where to pronounce the letters, where to keep the tongue, but the video will be shared today itself. Okay. The. Don't say to. Remember one thing, Arabic letters are also divided into two types. These are heavy and light letters. Heavy and light letters. Alif, ba, ta, these all are light letters. Okay. Inshallah, we'll be covering up that in the Tajweed course as well. Don't worry. But the Arabic letters are basically again divided into heavy and light letters. I just want to share a concept of what is heavy and light. Heaviness means our tongue, the back portion of our tongue will be raising. It is like posterior part, the posterior part. Imagine this is our tongue. Imagine this is our tongue in the mouth. And whenever you are pronouncing the heavy letters, this part of your tongue will be elevation, will have an elevation. What is elevation? Raising, like this. When the heavy letters are pronounced, the posterior part of the tongue goes like this. Understood? I hope it's clear. And when the light letters are pronounced, the tongue remains the same. The tongue remains the same. Only heavy letters, your tongue moves upwards. The backest, the deepest portion of the tongue is elevated, raising. Okay, I hope it's clear. So just have a concept of heavy and light letters. So till now we have learned only the light letters, okay? Alif. Alif is mostly light itself. Alif is an exceptional letter. Inshallah, we'll be discussing it later. Ba and ta are light letters. Okay. The next letter is asa. Sa. Now we cannot pronounce or write the sorry. We cannot write this letter properly in English. Okay. Sometimes in some books it is written with a comma. Okay. It is written with a comma or apostrophe. Why? Because it is to indicate that there is a change in the sound of the letter. So Arabic, everything cannot be written in English. Even if it is written, the sound might change sometimes. Okay. The letter sa. Now you have to listen to this class properly. Your tip of the tongue. Okay, we all know we have a tongue. The tongue. Okay. Imagine this is the tongue. And this part. Okay, the tip of the tongue will be outside, touching the upper tooth. The upper tooth. Sa, sa. Okay, the tip of the tongue will be touching the upper tooth. And these letter, that is the letter sa, when pronounced, there's a slight air flowing outside. There's a small gap and there's a slight air flowing outside. Sa, sa, sa. This is also a light letter. So which are the light letters so far we learned? Ba is L, that is light. Ta is light. Sa is light. Alif is light and heavy together. Okay. Inshallah, once we learn the Tajweed rules, we'll be learning why and where is it light and heavy. So I have written L plus H, light and heavy. The ba, ta, sa, these all are light letters. You don't have to pronounce ba, to, so. Don't make it heavy. Don't say the sound. Don't make it o like that. Okay. We have another letters which are pronounced the same way. So that I'll be teaching later on. So most of the Asian countries, like most of the Kerala, I have been teaching since 7 years or 6 years, and I have noticed that most of the Kerala people, like Keralites or Malayalis, they are pronouncing the light letters as heavy. That's a common mistake. Okay, pa, to, so, like that. That is wrong. You have to keep the lip. Your lips should not open too much. For the light letters, your corner of the lips. For example, I'll just draw a lip over here. Okay, just imagine this is a lip. And these parts, the corner, okay, the corners of the lip will be like a smiling position. Will be like a smiling position. I'm not telling you to smile fully, but whenever you're pronouncing the light letters, whenever you're pronouncing the light letters, your lips will be moving sideways. Ba, the, the. It's not, if you're not pronouncing it wrong, the lip will be open like that. Ba, the. That is wrong. I hope it's clear. Okay? Light letters, whenever you're pronouncing, your lips will be slightly smiling position. It's not a full erected smile. It's not a full smile, but slightly there will be a smile happening. I hope it's clear. So the letters which will be learned today: alif, ba, ta, sa. Next letter is jim. Don't say ja, because I have come across the students, once they start reading ba, ta, sa, they'll say ja. The name of the letter is very important. From now on, you have to be careful as a teacher or as a student. When the teacher asks the students what letter is it, don't say ja. It is Jeem. The letter is Jeem. The Jeem letter is similar as the sound of J in English. Okay, the Jeem letter is similar to the sound of J in English. The Jeem is like a cup with a dot inside, or like a jug. You all know like a jug. Okay, so Jeem is sleeping line and a big C, and there's inside a dot. Okay, that is the Jeem. Jeem. Don't say ja. It is Jeem. Okay. So what I want, you should read with me. Okay. This is a practical course. You can read with me. Alif, ba, ta, sa, Jeem. I hope it's clear. Alif, ba, ta, sa, Jeem. Next, move to the next letters. Ha. So, which are the light letters? Ba is the light. Ta is light. Sa, Jeem. Okay. Next, Ha is also a light letter. Ha. Now see, I'm just writing H-A-A. It is very easy to read the English letter Ha. But is it the real pronunciation? Ha, ha. No. The real pronunciation is from the throat. The throat. Imagine this is your throat. Okay. And this middle part of your throat, here the letter ha is pronounced. And the ha should come from inside the middle part. It's not ha, ha. It's not a normal ha. It is coming from inside the throat. See, every letter, yes, comes from the mouth, isn't it? But the letters are divided specifically into 5 different parts. All the letters. Inshallah, we'll be learning that in the Tajweed course. And the ha is throaty ha. We can say it's a throaty ha. Why do we call it that a throaty ha? Because we are using the throat, middle part of the throat, little bit forcefully. Ha, ha, that sound. I hope it's clear. It is like whenever we are eating a spicy mint sweet or spicy food, or it's a mint sweet or polo, whatever it is, this type of sound comes. There is a flow of breath. There is a continuous flow of breath. Ha, ha, like that. Air is coming outside. So this is also a light letter. I hope it's clear. Alif, ba, ta, ta, jim, ha. Now next letter is a heavy letter. So I'll be rounding all the heavy letters from now on. Okay, I'll be rounding the heavy letters in green color. The next letter which we are going to learn is Kha, kha. If you write that letter in English, if we are writing, if we are writing that letter in English, it will be like this. Uh, but see, can you pronounce the letter properly if you are reading this? It's just ha, ha. It is not a light letter. This is a heavy letter. How to pronounce heavy letters? Open your mouth properly. Ha, ha. Don't close it and keep. Let the letter be moving freely in your mouth. Let the letter go freely from your mouth. Ha, 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 like that. The sound is different. Now listen to all the letters which we have learned so far. Ba, ta, sa. If we are pronouncing ja, ha, kha. I'm not saying ha. Am I saying ha? No. I'm saying kha. Like that. So alif, ba, ta, sa, jim, ha, kha. Don't say ha. This is a heavy letter. So the what did I say before? Your tongue will be elevating, raising your posterior part, the deepest part. I'm not saying the front part. The tongue is long. See, if I draw, the tongue is long. Yeah, it's like this. So if this is a tip, this is the middle part, the deep portion. Okay, this part is automatically elevating. Okay, this part is automatically rising up. You won't be able to notice it inside the mouth. It is automatically happening. Okay, but some of the students cannot say the kha properly. They say kha. It's not kha. It is khali, khalaq, khawf. Okay, don't say khalaq, khasiri. No, it is kha. So hope it's clear. The kha is heavy. Okay. Now from now on, I'll be writing the H only in the heavy letters so that you can understand. The rest all will be light. Next letter is dal. If I'm writing the dal in English, how is it written? Like this. Dal, dal. Tip of the tongue will be touching the opposite gums. Tip of the tongue will be touching the opposite gums. Dal, dal, like that. Next letter is zal. The next letter like this. See? Zal. Similarly, the zal, if you are writing in English, it will be pronounced like this. Zaal. But you have to be careful. The zal will be written as Zaal, but in pronunciation there's a slight change here. Okay, the zal you have to use your tip of the tongue, and then it should touch the upper central incisors, and then it will be a little bit outside. The zal, this letter, your tip of the tongue will be a little bit outside. Little bit means a small millimeter. A small 1 mm, it will be outside and it will be touching the upper tooth, upper two teeth. Zal, zal. It's not like the Z of zebra. It's not the real Z. There is a slight change in the pronunciation. Zal. Next letter is Ra. 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 Here it is heavy. Remember the Ra is heavy and light sometimes. So here, as a basic student who doesn't know the Tajweed rules, now let's pronounce the Ra as heavy. Okay? Some conditions will change while reciting the Quran, and that I'll be explaining later. Okay? So that is the letter Ra. Now let's pronounce again all the letters. Alif, Ba, Ta, Sa, Jim, Ha, Kha, dal, dal, ra, ra. See the ra, alif, ra. Okay, the ra, alif. The ra and the alif are both heavy and light together. Inshallah, in which condition that we'll be discussing in the Tajweed course. Remember. Just give me a minute, okay? Just give me a minute. Okay. So see, sorry for the interruption. So the letter alif and ra will be heavy and light sometimes. We just have to pronounce the ra heavy now. Ra like that. Ra. Don't say ra. Ra. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil. Ra ra. Rabbil alameen. الرحمن الرحيم رحماني را رحماني don't say رحماني رحماني it is رحماني رحماني I hope it's clear. So let's pronounce the letters again. Alif, ba, da, sa, jim, a, kha, dal, zal, ra. I hope it's clear. Now the next letter which we are going to learn is za, 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 za. This letter is like the Z zebra. It's a sharp letter. Za, it is very easy. It's like this, the shape with a dot. Za, alif, ba, ta, sa, jim, ha, kha, dal, zal, ra, za. Okay? Za. Next letter is the letter Sin. Small cup, big cup. Small cup, big cup. We are teaching the students like this. So the Sin is written like this. Sin, Sin. It's a sharp letter. There is a whistling sound coming outside. It's like the hissing of the snake. Hissing of the snake. Like that. Okay. So Seen. Next letter is Sheen. Sheen. How is this Sheen written? Sheen is also written like the Seen, but there are three dots. There are three dots. Shh. Shh. Sheen is written with an H over here. Sheen. Sheen. This is the sound of sheen. So it is very easy. Okay, I know you all know all the letters. So we are moving quickly. Alif, ba, ta, sa, jim, ha, kha, dal, zal, ra, za, sin, sheen. Next one is swad, swad. Whenever I'm here pronouncing this letter, you can understand that there is a heavy sound. So, isn't it? Do you feel something inside your mouth? So, yes, there is air that is compressed inside the mouth. This is the sound. And the letter which how will be reading in English like this? Sword, sword, sword. This is the name of the letter. So remember, this is also a heavy letter. Sword. Don't say swa. Don't do this SW sound. It's not swa. It is not swad. It's not sad. Because I have come across many students who are reciting the letters incorrectly with mistakes. So it is swad. Swad. Okay. The next letter is dod. Dod. Okay. This is one of the difficult letter. Arabic is also called the language of dod. Language of dod. So listen, language of God. Why is it called the language of God? Because the letter God is only present in the Arabic language. Okay, this sound, this sound is not present in any other language of the world. This Dod sound is only pronounced in the Arabic language. So this is also called the language of Dod. Dod. So why did I write like this? Hmm? Tell me why did I write like this? Dod. Why couldn't I write like this? I should have written like this, right? Lord, this is the problem. Most of the Asian countries like India and China, these countries, mostly they pronounce Lord. This is because of some language issues, nothing else. Okay, so I have come across some madrasas which are teaching them as Lord. The pronunciation of Lord is incorrect. The letter is Dod. The letter is Dod. This letter is Dod. Dod. This letter is pronounced from the sides of the tongue. The sides of the tongue. The side of the tongue will be touching the upper molars. Now you might be confused. What is the teacher saying? Just say dod. Okay, rest of the classes, inshallah, we'll be discussing from where exactly the dod comes. Now it's just a basic course. Try to read this word properly. Dod. 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 Don't say dwad, dwad, or luad. Most of the people are saying like this. Luad, dad, like this. All are wrong. Okay. So the correct way of pronouncing is dod. Dod. Okay. So once again, let us learn alif, ba, ta, sa, jim, ha, kha, dal, zal, ra, za, sin, sheen, sod, dod. Okay. Dod is also a heavy letter. Which are the heavy letters which we learned? I'm just writing it. Okay. Or, swad, dod. These are the three heavy letters which you have learned. Which are the letters which have heavy and light letters? Heavy and light quality. H plus L. That is raw and also Alif. Okay. I hope it's clear. Now the next heavy letter is Ta. Ta. Okay. I try to complete this. Okay. The next heavy letter is Ta. Ta. Ta is also very easy. You just have to read like this. See? Ta. mm, Ta. Ta. It's a heavy letter. Next letter is Zo. A straight line. And then it's like a B. English letter B. Small letter. Zo. Zo. Okay. It has a dot above. Now the letter Zo in English, it will be written like this. Zo. Zo. But there's a small change in your position of your tongue. That's why I said I'll be sending all the difficult videos of the letters in the group so that you can listen and practice. The letter Zo, your tongue will be touching the upper tooth. So listen, three letters are the same. Sa, Zal, and Zo. Imagine your three sisters. Your three sisters are coming from the same house, isn't it? You're coming from the same place, but your character are different. Le. So, Ale. Yes? So the Sa, Zal, and Zo. These three letters, imagine they are three sisters. They are coming from the same home, but their character are different. So the zo is pronounced, it is a heavy letter, but see, these are from the same home. They have this different character. What do you mean by character? It's like some letter will be light, some letters will be heavy, isn't it? I said the sa is light, zal is light, but the zo is heavy. Okay? The zo is heavy. That is the difference. Okay? Zo, zo. Next letter is ain. Small hook, big hook. Small hook, big hook. Ain. Ain, if it is written in English, it will be A-I-N. But Ain. It's not Ain. It is A. And if you put a comma over here, Ain, there is an indication that it is pronounced differently. It is Ain. Ain. So the letter is Ain. From where does the Ain come? Similarly, like Ha. You are using the middle part of your throat from the middle part to pronounce Ha, right? Same place, the Ain is also pronounced. Ha and Ain are pronounced from the middle part of the throat. Ain, that will be learning later on, okay? But still, just for an idea, I'm saying. Ain, some of the teachers say that they are like a vomiting sensation, but when you're vomiting, does it become light? No, it is very heavy. Yeah, you feel the vomiting sensation and the whole food comes out of your throat. So the sound will be heavy, isn't it? But it is not a heavy letter. It is a ain. It is a light letter, but somewhat you will feel a sensation of vomiting when you're pronouncing the like that ain. The next letter is ghain. Ghain in English we can just write it like this. We can just write it like this. But the Ghain is written like this in English, but we cannot read it properly because what I have written is Gain, isn't it? Gain. But in Arabic, we cannot, there's not a good pronunciation in English for that. So the real pronunciation of like this, Ghain. This is also a heavy letter. The ghain is also a heavy letter. It is like the water gargling inside your mouth. Whenever you're gargling water inside your mouth after brushing or for washing your mouth, what sound comes? Isn't it? Even the babies of 6 to 7 months will be pronouncing the sound like that. They started doing with their throat. This is also coming from the throat, but it is the upper part. Inshallah, that we'll learn later. No need to explain now. So this letter is ghain, gha, ghain. Don't say wine. Some of the students have written like this. Wine, not wine, not wine. I have listened so many times some students are saying wine. It's actually gha, gha, ghain, ghain. Next letter is fa, F-A-A. So this is a light letter. Okay. Now see, we'll just go through once again. Alif, ba, ta, sa, jim, ha, kha, dal, zal, ra, za, sin, shin, صاد ضاد طا ظا عين غين fa. Okay. Rest of the letters are very easy. The next letter is the qaf. So if I'm writing the letter qaf in English, how is it pronounced? The qaf in English, it will be Q-U-A-F like this. Qaf. It is a heavy letter. Qaf. And the letter is written like this. Okay. Qaf. Qaf. Of Quran, qalam, qa. It is also a heavy letter. Okay, it's also a heavy letter. Qaf. The next letter is the shape changes. It is like a standing line and a sleeping line like this. There's a small calf inside. This letter is called kaf. So I'm going to write K-A-A-F. Kaf. Kaf. Don't say kaf. Some of the students say cave. It's not cave. It is kaf. This is also a light letter. This is also a light letter. Next letter is lam. Lam. It's very easy. Okay, that's why I'm going faster. Lam. L-A-A-M. The next letter is meme. Since in this group, I know most of the sisters or students already know the Arabic letters. So that's why I'm going a bit faster. Okay. Don't think the teacher is running. We only have a 7-day course. The basic Tajweed course is only for 7 to 10 days. If there is any difficulty in the days, I'll be reporting in the group. Okay. So this basic course is only for 7 days and it is 1 hour to 2 hours. Okay. If we finish early, then we leave. Okay. This letter is lamb. The next letter is like a mic. Have you seen a mic? Yeah. Like this in the masjid or in the stages. Yeah. That's the same way the meme. See the meme. The meme is a letter coming from the lip. The two lips are touching. The upper and the lower lip will be touching. And the meme is mm. The name of the letter is meme. Meme. I hope it's clear. The next letter is noon. Noon. Now, how to write the noon in English? N-O-O-N. Noon. Noon. It is very easy. Okay, na. For kids, you have to teach the sound properly. Tell them to listen properly. Tell your kids to listen to the class properly. Simply by writing English words, it's not easy. Okay, start the letters from the age of 3. Start teaching the Quran from the age of 3. Kids are geniuses. The babies or the toddlers are very geniuses. It is how we brought them up. Okay, it's how we bring them up. If we are starting the Quran and the recitation or keeping du'as or zikr, at the early age itself, they will grasp properly. Don't think your child is born without talent. Every child is born a genius. Okay, so this is known. Especially what we have is that smart kids will be put into smart courses, but actually the smart kids should be should be provided the Quran. The smart kids who are born, they have to memorize the Quran. We know we have 4 or 5 kids, isn't it? Everyone will be having siblings. So some of the kids from our children will be smarter than the other. I'm not telling you to compare everyone, but smarter kids will be there in your family. So what, as a mother or as a parent, we have to give importance for them to learn the Quran. We have to enroll them in Quran Hifl classes. If they are so smart and they can grasp within one day or within 1 hour, so why is it so difficult? Kids is 3.5 years, they'll start reading. I mean, I'm not telling they're starting to read by looking. They listen and hear. Try to teach them the Fatiha. Try to teach them small, small du'as. I'm not telling you to break your head and teach them everything Surah Al-Baqarah, Fatiha, Kul surahs, like that. Okay, some of the kids will learn from 2.5. My elder daughter, she's now 9.5 years. She is learned in 2 years Fatiha because I don't know, maybe Allah gave her that talent. So it's not the same for my other children. That's why I'm saying some of your children might be grasping earlier. So if you feel like that they are learning properly, then try to enroll them in Quran courses, Quran Hifl courses. Okay? It's a very good age that you start learning the Quran from the age of 7 or 8. Okay. So inshallah we'll continue. The letter noon we have reached. The last line is wow. It's like WAWOW. Wow. In English we say wow, right? The same way, wow, wow, wow. Next letter is ha. If you see the ha, there are two types of ha like this. It's like normal zero. One is like a normal zero. The other one written over here is like this. See, it's like a lace, a knot. The lace which we tie for a shoe, right? It's like this, no? So it might get confused. You might get confused in the coming lessons. So remember, the ha can be written like this. The ha can be written like this too. Okay? These two are ha. The same letter. Ha. It's like the way we are laughing. Ha ha ha. 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 Okay? So don't get confused with this ha and this ha. See? Don't get confused. This ha and this ha. One is from the middle part, ha ha ha, like this. And the last one is ha ha. It comes from the chest part, ha, like that. Okay. The next letter is hamza. Okay. Now you will be confused. The teacher said only 28 letters are there. Why the 29 letters again? Here, this is because the hamza was introduced later on. Okay, my teacher said that the hamza was introduced later on. So the 28 later on changed to 29. And then also the alif. The alif, whenever there is a hamza on it, it is the same sound. So that is why some of the scholars say the letters are the same. That is 28 letters. Okay. This letter in English, it is written as hamza. 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 Remember the name Hamza. And the shape is like this. Hamza. Okay, Hamza. The last letter is ya. See the ya, it's like a duck. Duck. You know how's a duck? Yes, like this. Yeah, it's like a duck. So just imagine it's like a yellow rubber duck. So for small kids, I used to teach like that. It's like a small yellow rubber duck. Yeah, yeah. How to write in English? It's written like that. Yeah. Okay. So this is yeah, very easy. And the last letter in this lesson is also the same. Yeah. So remember the yeah is of two types. It's like a yellow rubber duck as well as it can be written like this. And also it's like a duck with two dots or this without dots. All the four are yeah. All these are yeah. All are correct. Okay. In the Quran, you will come across these types of yeah. Don't get confused. Okay, I hope it's clear. So, can we read the whole lesson 3 times? Okay, you can repeat with me. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alif, Ba, Ta, Sa, Jim, Ha, Kha, Dal, Zal, Ra, Za, Sin, Shin, Sad, Dad, Qa, ظا عين غين فا قاف كاف لام ميم نون واو ها همزة يا يا. Before we wind up the class, again I have to show which are the heavy letters. Kha, Sod, Dod, Ta, Za, Ghain, Qaf. Okay, 7 heavy letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the heavy letters in Arabic. These are the heavy letters in Arabic. So why they are called heavy letters? Because whenever we pronounce the letters, we open our mouths more, we open our mouth properly, and the back portion of the tongue is elevated or it is raising. So these are the called the heavy letters. Inshallah, once we start the Tajweed course, I'll be teaching the Arabic term of heavy and light. Rest all are light letters, except which are the letters which have heavy and light quality? These are Alif, Lam, and Ra. These will be heavy and light together. So why is it happening? We'll be learning later on. So these are the letters. I hope it's clear. Again, let me read. Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha, Jim, Ha, Kha, Dal, Zal, Ra, Za, Sin, Shin, Sad, Dad, Ta, Za, عين غين فا قاف كاف لام ميم نون واو ها همزة يا. I hope it's clear. Inshallah. Tomorrow I'll be starting the next lesson and I'll be covering extra portions as well. Just practice the letters properly. Okay. So inshallah we'll wind up. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.